hear stuff. What do I hear? See stuff. What do I see? Bob's at the lathe. Doing something on your lathe there, huh?
Yeah, I'm working real close to the chuck on these, so got to be careful. The thing I hate the worst is spending 4 hours on this machine making the same frickin' parts over and over again. I love designing something, making the first prototype, but honestly when it comes to making the same part over and over and over again, I literally can't stand it. You know how dangerous that thing is, right? Stay away from that.
Oh, it looks pretty. I'm not going anywhere near it.
That thing will ruin your life. Right?
Especially if you catch your hair in it or something.
Yeah. You know, so when you got to make a part, you come up with a plan, you write it all down, now you know exactly what you need to do. And then the hard part comes. Making the same part over and over and over again. And talking while you're turning the screw. Here. Now, we'll have to change this bit. There's no way to make anything any faster. You know? I knew when I was a kid I messed with machine work. I mean, I worked in an engine shop before high school, so I knew what all the stuff was. But then I actually tried to work in a machine shop, one of my many jobs as a youngster after high school, and I realized you become a drunk. I mean, you come into work and somebody hands you a build sheet and says, make 200 of these. You're doing this shit, same thing all day long, over and over and over again. It'll drive you freaking crazy, right? So, not something I ever wanted to do. But I like to know how to use the stuff. I like to make my own part. I don't like making my own parts. I like designing them, but then when it comes time to actually make them over and over again, then you're stuck with it. Now the tricky thing here is I need a 3/4 inch hole. While I'm drilling this hole, you can turn around and actually show the parts that are done on the bench right behind you.
Showing the hole getting drilled.
Okay.
Kind of cool looking. I'm zoomed in on it.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's just slow. I can't make it happen any faster.
Little corkscrew pieces of metal coming off of there.
And you got to keep backing it out, cleaning it,
What a messy, crappy thing.
dropping some more on it. See, now they have automated CNC machines, so there's no fool sitting here doing this all day like there was in the old days, which is good and bad because there's less alcoholic machinists in the world, and what do those guys do for a job now, right? I mean, and you got to be pretty smart to be a machinist too. I mean, it's like, and skilled, and you just have to. You have to come to terms with the fact that you're going to be doing the same shit all day. You know, unless you're the guy that just does the prototype parts in the machine shop. That would be the heaven job at the machine shop, you know.
The prototyper?
Yeah. Because you're working on something different every day and never a large load of stuff, you know. So, it's pretty good, you know. Don't do that at home.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you talk, you make a video. Now, yesterday I was out here for 4 hours making 12 of them, and I need 12 more. So I will be here staring at this stupid machine for 4 more hours. And I'll show you how, once I drill this hole. Well, I'll go through one like till I cut it off. When I cut it off, it's half done. Then I have to put it back in, turned around, and do the other side, right?
Well,
But I make
5 minutes into a video already.
Okay, you want me to show you that stuff now then?
Well, I mean, I don't think it should be. This is.
Okay, I'll just show you finish one side of it. Okay, that's all. We'll finish just one side. So you
I doubt you'll get the number of views you got on the last video. That painting the white guitar really got a lot
so
of
people
views.
can see just how freaking long it takes to do something like this, you know. These parts are all very close to the chuck.
This is after you'd already done the outside of it?
Yeah.
So it takes 6 minutes just to drill the dang hole.
That's what I was trying to explain to you yesterday. What's taking you so long out there? Well, just the hole itself. That's a 1/8 bit, 170 thou bit. You know, you can snap that bit in a heartbeat, and that's cold rolled steel. That's not some soft shit, you know. It's very.
Imagine I'm gonna have to find some more of that magic cutting fluid.
It's very good machining steel, but not. It's not like drilling aluminum. You got to make aluminum parts. It's a cakewalk, you know. I'm making solid steel parts, and I make all the parts on these guitars. I mean, this is just another part that needs to be made now, so I can finish my paint jobs. I have to have these parts now. It's very important that I actually do these because the weather's chasing me like a bulldozer out there in my spray booth. Because we're up here in Prescott, and it does get cold, and once it gets cold, if I don't get those 4 bodies finished painted, I'll have no guitars till next summer.
That would be disastrous.
It certainly would.
I know how hard you've been working. You've been working, getting ready to do it since well before spring.
Right. Now I'll show you the next step on making one of these. Next step, we pull the chuck back. Pull this out. Put this in. Oh. What happened?
Oh, the ball was blocking the. Okay, now you got to do the little dent in it.
Yeah, they don't need much, but they need just a little bit. And this will be the hole that faces the outside of the world in the guitar, the back of the guitar. So this one needs a tiny bit more, and I don't measure this. I have a feel for exactly what this just needs to clear the strings that wrap around the ball. Okay, so that's all that needs.
So that's where the ball sits?
Yeah, now you could just go buying this shit, but it's all wrong. I mean, stock string ferrules for Stratocasters are a joke, you know. So now, you're gonna have to come over here for a minute. Give me a minute. I'll show you the next step involved.
Got a big close-up of your arm hairs.
One of these.
Where is that thing? Oh, there's what you're doing.
Now, just hang on, bear with me. Okay, I don't dare go any closer to the chuck than that. So, that means that I'm going to slide this back. Don't worry about it, it's not in your way. That means that I need more. Okay, so need about right there. So let me see what that gives me.
I'm trying to show what you're doing here.
Okay, I could stand a tiny bit less. So what I'll do is this.
I'll come around here. Your hand's really right.
Now I'll lock that. Chuck is locked. The old-fashioned quick way to set my depth would be this way.
using that.
Yep. These are 3/4 of an inch long, 750 thou. All right.
I think I'm going to make everyone
Always
throw
do
up.
this before you turn your lathe on. Okay. Make sure nothing's hitting nothing. And then fire it off. Now this is a fun thing to film. In case anybody's ever wondered how this happens in real life.
Oh, you're chopping it off?
Yep. Now this piece will only be half made. I'll have to put it in the side I'm chopping off. I'll have to chamfer the edge and center and countersink the hole. But I'll do them. I'll do those all at the end. I'll just let them fall into the machine and then retrieve them all later. And I'll continue on the next piece when this piece falls off. So I'll show you the part that I didn't show you the first time. This piece is about to fall off right now. Where she goes, no one knows. Usually drops just straight down. Okay. And
bye.
Then I'm going to run this in. No, not yet. I'm going to show you this some more stuff. I'm going to run this in, and then I will chamfer the edge of that now, and then drill another hole. And I'll keep making these. And then when they're all made, I'll put them all in the other way. But come over here. This is the done product here. Okay. These fit in a 1/4 inch hole. Okay. And there's both ends of it.
Hold it up there. Well, you're holding it way above.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Keep your hand right there. That's good.
Okay. That's the spot, huh? Now, this is the size hole you need for stock Fender ferrules, and with a custom-made bit that you have to spend a lot of money to have made. The only thing that 3/8 outside size is like 30-40 thousandths depth that the outside lip sits on, and then the inside hole would only be 5/16. So that, you know, it's a sloppy. It's really thing 3/8 that close together, especially on swamp ash, because it can become volatile between the holes. It's not enough space.
You don't want to tear it out.
No, so what they're just tiny little trinket pieces of shit, really, that rely on just the ledge they're sitting on, and then there's space under that that's just airspace. It's just really a dumb design. Where I slam these in after, right before the last 3 coats of paint. I sand out the guitar. And these are 3/4 long, where the stock one is only that long, you know. And I go down, and it rings the body all the way down through here. So the ball doesn't get captured in here. The ball just sits on the edge of that. Okay, so you got your 3-hole.
This little chair for the ball.
Yeah, you just got your tiny little 1/4 inch hole in the back of the guitar. It looks so cool instead of a big plated giant string ferrule, you know. So these are below. These are 140 thousandths below the top of the guitar, so that when you look down the guitar, you see a hole through the painted guitar and the ball. And if you took the string out, you'd see the top of this down there, recessed. Mm-hmm. Sort of like an old Flying V from 58 and 59, but except way better, because I'm getting a tone transmission everywhere. Where on the old ones, you got space. It doesn't sit on anything but the outer ledge. And there's a giant gaping hole in it.
Space.
Yeah, it's really not a good tone transfer. Where this is, and you don't need such a giant hole. I get all this extra real cold roll steel from the length of it. You know, if you took the 3/8 by 5/16 shaft, and you add all this extra steel on a 1/4 inch, and it's cold rolled steel, you're getting way more steel, but not too much steel. You don't want too much steel either. It's just a really cool design, because when you look down in the top of the guitar, you'll see 6 1/4 inch holes right through the paint job, and you'll see the ball of the string right there. So you obviously can't feel the top of the ball of the string, but it's right there. It's you're looking right at it. You know, it's pretty cool. My design. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I will be out here for at least 4 hours doing the same thing over and over and over again. Why? Because I got to make the guitars. because the guitars have to be made. And I need 12 more so I could paint the 4 guitars and finish painting them before the winter gets here. Peace out.
Bye, y'all.